and I will be the language trainer for this hour. We will be talking today about weather, and specifically about extreme weather. So, for those of you who are from part of the world where we're experiencing very, very cold, some cold spells, this actually might be a good lesson for you. For those of you who are in the summer season now, this might still be a good lesson for you. So we're going to talk about extreme weather. Let me show you the worksheet. All right, um, so we will just talk. We will basically, this will be a reading exercise. We'll start out talking about your own country and then go through our reading type of exercise. So, hello, Julio. How are you today?
Hello, Holly. I'm doing fine, thank you. And you?
Really good. Really good. Have you recovered from the holiday season? And are you back to your daily routine?
Well, I'm trying to get used to doing my daily routine again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a diet right now because I want to lose a few pounds
Uh-huh.
before I don't know, March, I guess. But
Uh-huh.
it is difficult. Like your body kind of gets used to all that eating and all those delicious foods that now it's struggling to go back to their to a diet.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's, and well, it's also head too. You're used to having all the good, delicious food as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, you're not really that overweight, are you? Are you?
Well, I would say that I'm about 5 to from 5 kilograms over
Mm-hmm.
my desired weight.
Oh, okay.
I want to get rid of those 5 kilo. I was about 2 kilograms over my desired weight, but after the holiday season, I gained
You
3 more
gained more.
kilograms. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is the month that everybody, joins the gym and does all that stuff, and then February or March is when the gyms start being emptier and stuff like that.
I saw a picture that displayed a gym that was full of people, and
Uh-huh.
the picture said January 1st, and then the next picture was January 2nd, and it was empty again.
That's
That's
true.
fine.
I don't know if it's that fast, but it could be. It depends on what it is. One thing I wanted to ask you about 4400. Where are you at?
Well, I'm going a little slow. I kind of had to slow down a little bit
Uh-huh. Okay.
on the watching, but I am just starting the second season.
Okay.
And I'm in the part where these crazy people go to find the black guy and the girl, and they try
Uh-huh.
to kill them, and then they run away.
Okay.
Uh, and
And the,
but it's really interesting. I mean, it's in so many different levels you can relate to many of those characters, to
mhm.
many of those 4400 guys there, because
Mhm.
they all have like this human side,
Mhm.
and and all the situations like you relate to them immediately, and the
Mhm.
plot is just intriguing. I mean, it gets every time it gets more and more intriguing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to lose the catch when I realized that I was always thinking like, what happened to these people? And then at the end of the first season, they said that they were people from the future that took them. So I thought, now I know. Probably it's not gonna be interesting anymore. But
Yeah.
it's going well. It's going well.
Yeah, good. Yeah, well, I know I watched it I watched it a year ago in September, and so would have been September 2013, and then I tried to watch it again a year later, and
Hmm.
it was too soon. So I need to. I saved it on my favorites on Netflix, and I'll probably watch it probably another year from now or something like that. Just because it was just way too soon. But
Yeah, I know what you mean. And
yeah.
I'm a big fan of the X-Files. I don't know if you
Oh,
remember that.
yeah. I haven't watched very many of those, so but it seems very similar, I think, in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
that's
Supernatural.
the
Yeah.
similar mood, right?
Yeah. And hello, Edgardo. How are you?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Hi. I'm pretty good. So we were talking about the TV show 4400. Have you ever heard of it?
Excuse me?
Oh, Julio and I were talking about a TV show called the 4400.
No, it's the first time
Oh,
I
I've
heard
heard
that.
about it. Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a. Did you find it on Netflix, Julio, or where did you
Yeah,
find
it's
it?
on Netflix already. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a TV show that was made. I'm not even sure when it was made, sometime in the 2000s, and maybe 3, 4 seasons, maybe. And it's a very intriguing show if you like science fiction and the supernatural and things like that. But so, so did you have a good week
Okay.
at Gardo?
Yes, it was very relaxed. I didn't have much work to do.
Oh, really? Were people still kind of on the holiday thinking?
No, the thing is, here, usually in January and February, there is less work to do.
Oh.
Also, here in Chile, we are in kind of recession, maybe. I don't know if is you say that in English, in which the economy is not growing enough.
Hmm.
So the area of construction or is the first area that feels that situation.
Okay, so you're in construction then. Yeah.
I work in an architectural firm.
An architectural firm. Okay. So because of that, because of the economy, you are not as busy as you could be because that is the first area that one of the first areas that people start cutting.
Yes, so it's
Yeah.
not much work to do, but I hope that soon situation is going to improve or
Hmm.
be better.
Yeah. Because I know that I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm working in a job and I am not very busy, I get worried. So,
Yes,
and
no, in my case, the same.
yeah. Yeah. And are you one of the owners of your firm or do you
No, no,
work
I'm
for a
a
company?
I'm a draftsman. I work
Uh-huh.
for an architect,
Hmm. Okay.
and we are is the boss, and um, we work for him. And well, I
Hmm.
have a coworker. He's an architect, and it's me. So we both
Yeah.
work for the architect.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a small company. Even then, it makes it even more scary. Yeah. So, um, a question for you guys. In your countries, has the petrol prices or the gas prices gone down for your cars?
Oh no, it's exactly the other way around. Every month the gas prices they increase, that is every single month they increase about I don't know, like they are just cents, but at the end of the year, I mean it's a whole lot of money. Actually,
Oh, wow.
I'm in Mexico, and you know Mexico is one of the biggest producers of oil in the world,
Oh, okay.
and it is it's very irrational. How can we have these very high oil prices and gas prices in comparison with other countries that they don't produce as much oil as we do, and the prices are
Yeah.
lower over there. Actually, they are like around 30 or 40% higher than the United States.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I know that We've gone down from I think in about a month ago I was paying $3.78 for gas, and now I'm paying $2.20. So it's a huge, huge decrease in prices. So how about in Chile, Edgardo? Are you guys paying less in petrol and less in gas?
Yes, it's the same. Thanks to the United States, the prices of the gas are pretty low. But
Okay.
people here is very happy because we are used to the opposite. So every week,
Yeah.
usually the gas is always rising.
Hmm.
So people here is very happy because of that.
Yeah. Because a lot of people here are feeling like they got a raise. But it's actually not thanks to the United States, it's thanks to Saudi Arabia. Apparently, what I heard was the Saudis are
Hmm?
um, compete heavily with some of the other countries so that they can be the highest producers of oil or something like that. So,
No, no, what I meant to say is for because of this discovery that made United States, which is a new way to obtain oil.
oh yes,
I'm
yes,
talking
the
about
North
that.
Dakota thing. Yeah,
As I
that
know, that's one of the main reasons that the barrel of petrol is under $50
really
per barrel,
okay.
I think.
Wow.
Yes,
And
so in Russia and Venezuela are not happy with that.
yeah, and in Mexico, uh, Mexico's gouging their residents. It sounds like. I'm sorry to hear that about that, Julio.
What do
So
you mean with gouging?
gouging. Okay, that might be a new word for you. Yay! I got a good new word. Okay, gouging. Gouging prices. For example, in my town, I've got a town of 850 people. We have a small little gas station grocery store, and they
Mhm,
gouge prices because it's the only store in town. So they charge
mhm.
double or triple what the other places do in the bigger city. So it's price
I
gouging.
get it.
Yeah. And so it sounds like that's what they're doing in Mexico with the oil. So,
Well, I cannot avoid thinking that that price reduction that you guys are having are actually being taken away out of our pockets.
mhm.
Like here, I mean, I think that we are paying more, and you guys in the United States are paying less
Mhm.
because we are paying for you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
you probably are.
yeah, probably that. I mean, that's how it works. Everything is connected, and there were some very radical changes to or reforms to many of the laws regarding the oil exploitation and extraction, and now the Mexican government is allowing American and foreign companies to come to Mexico and use and extract the oil, something that was only permitted to the Mexican government through the company Pemex, which is a company owned by the government. So
Mm.
I cannot avoid thinking that there is some, I mean, there's a direct relation between that and the oil prices going so high.
Yeah. There probably is. Definitely is. All right. So let's go on to the topic. The topic is extreme weather. And um, so has there been any extreme weather in your country recently? So Edgardo, in um, Chile, have you had any extreme weather?
Yes, this is a coincidence, but that today was the hotter day in several years. It is in Celsius 36 or 37
Oh,
degrees Celsius.
really?
Mm. And we are in spring, but it feels like summer, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. And How about in Mexico? What's the weather like right now?
Um, well, today in my city it's a little bit cold, and but the weather in Mexico is pretty standard. We don't really get like snowstorms or
Hmm.
you know drastic draws or anything like that.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I want to mention something interesting. There is like a Mexican tradition that we
Hmm.
believe, well, mostly people from the countryside, they believe that, and farmers and people like that, they believe that the first 12 days of the year represent how are going to be the 12 months of the year. So the
Really?
first, yeah, so the first day is, or January 1st is sunny. They think that January in general is going to be very sunny. It's going to be very hot. And if the second year is, I don't know, a little bit rainy, then February is going to be rainy and with low temperature. So it's an interesting belief.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think back about what it was because we had some really strange weather during the New Year. So, huh, interesting. So, hi Nadia, welcome. Okay, she's probably her computer. It's probably loading into her computer right now. So, yeah, I just checked our um, the Weather Underground, which is my site that I go to, and it's the weather in my area is hovering around 0 and 1 degrees, and during night it goes down to about -5 or -6. Um, and it looks like in another week it'll be snowstorms and stuff like that. So it's actually kind of cold, but it's never extreme. So, Nadia,
Yeah.
how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. So how's life in New Zealand right now?
Good. Yeah, I just turned back from beach.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So I'm experiencing freezing weather, and you have warm weather. So has there
Now,
been any extreme weather in your country recently?
yeah, now in Ukraine it's really extreme weather. It's -20. Yeah, it's
Really?
cold, cold. Yeah, and a lot of snow. The snow about 15 or
Mhm.
15, 50 centimeter.
Mhm.
Centimeter.
So -50?
No, -20. But the low of snow, yeah,
Uh-huh.
55
Oh.
centimeter.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So so
a lot of
do you feel
snow.
lucky to be in New Zealand right now?
Sorry?
Do you feel blessed or lucky to be in New
Yeah,
Zealand right now?
yes.
Yeah. So what's the weather like right now in New Zealand?
Now in New Zealand it's too hot. Today was too hot.
Mm.
Uh, it's about plus 28, 20, 27, 28 degree. It's too hot for New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that isn't that bad. So, is it too hot for New Zealand though?
Excuse me?
It's too hot for New Zealand though?
Yeah, yeah, it's too hot. For New Zealand, it's too hot, yeah.
Mm.
Because the middle temperature it's about 23, 24, yeah, on summer.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Moham, um, how about you?
Hi,
What's the
Holly.
weather? How are you doing? It
I'm
took a
fine,
small
doing great.
break. Um, what's the weather like where you are right now?
It's freezing. With me sick, I feel like I am going to like freeze in a matter of minutes.
Hmm.
It's very cold. I think it's like minus. It's not that on the scale. It's not that cold. I think it's -5 or -2. I'm not sure,
Really?
but yeah, but it feels really cold.
Yeah, I
I'm not
didn't know.
sure. Actually, I didn't.
I didn't think it got that cold in Syria.
Uh,
Wow.
it, on Thursday and Friday,
Uh-huh.
a snowstorm uh, should have rained, or a snowstorm should have fallen here. But then it only went to Damascus.
Mm-hmm. And it was too cold to snow, probably.
Yeah, in Damascus it was -7, I guess, and
Wow.
the schools and all the governmental organization have had a holiday.
Now, is that normal for Syria during the winter, or is that extreme?
For 3 years, in the previous 3 years, almost every year a snowstorm happens here.
Mm.
But before that, like before 3 years, like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, it was just rarely a snow that it was just rarely that a snowstorm might come here.
Okay, so it's very rare, but now so people are starting to get used to the snow, where like 15 years ago it wasn't as common. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and mix. It says mix and match where you correct. Let's read these stories and then talk about some of the countries in these stories. Edgardo, can you read the first paragraph here?
Yes. Much of the country is today in the grip of freezing weather as falling temperatures spread overnight. Temperatures dropped to as low as 12 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas, and forecasters are warning that the cold snap is set to continue for at least another week.
Okay, thank you. Julio, can you read the next paragraph?
Sure. The snowy conditions have resulted in treacherous road conditions, with police urging motorists to cancel all non-essential journeys.
Okay, have resulted in treacherous.
Treacherous. Oh, okay.
Treacherous. Okay, and Mulham, could you read the third paragraph?
The weather is causing severe disruption to the rail network, and transport officials have warned passengers to expect delays on most roads.
Okay, and most routes.
Routes.
And this is actually pronounced. It has two pronunciations. We have routes, and then we have routes. And I don't think it's between British and American. I think it's just a personality type thing. All right, are there any words or phrases that you guys are not familiar with?
In the grip of.
Okay, today is in the grip of freezing weather. So basically, in the grip I'm going to take off the screen chart. Basically, in the grip of something is when you grab something and you're gripping it really hard. That's what to grip is.
Mm-hmm.
To hold on. And so in this respect, if you're in the grip of freezing weather, it means that the freezing weather is coming and it's going to stay. So it's holding on and staying. So 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Does anybody know what that is in Celsius?
No idea.
I think it's the same.
It isn't the same until minus.
Okay, I thought it's minus. Okay.
Yeah, no, it isn't. And that's one thing. It's interesting. I saw some ladies talking about weather on the news, and they were Finnish ladies, and they were being interviewed by an American, and the ladies were talking about how it is really cold there, and it's at 30 degrees or 20 degrees, and they really meant minus, but they didn't say minus. And so the news broadcaster was kind of confused how it could be, you know, how they could say it's cold when it's not really all that cold. So it was funny. It was actually really funny. It was during an Olympics, I think, or something like that. So, but 12 degrees Fahrenheit is probably about minus 20, something like that. Everybody know what a cold snap is?
I think it's a synonym to cold spill, like a period of time.
Yeah, cold snap is like a short period of time, like a cold spell. Yes. Treacherous. Any idea what treacherous road conditions would be?
Like bad or dangerous conditions.
Yes. Treacherous is always dangerous. And the non-essential journeys would be stay at home, basically, causing severe disruption to rail network and expect delays. Have any of you guys ever been delayed when you are traveling because of severe weather? Anybody?
Yeah, it happened before to me once when I was a kid. I think we were on the road between one city and another. Usually, this exact road takes 1 hour or less. But when there was a snowstorm and the roads was covered with snow and the weather was chilling cold, so I think we made it in 2 hours and a half or 2 hours. I'm not sure. So it was really a long journey, and whenever you are driving in snow, I wasn't, of course, I wasn't the driver because I was a kid. But whenever you are like driving in snow, you feel the fear. Everyone is like afraid. They are all looking forward, looking forward at the door at the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, there's different parts of the world have different fears about snow, though, too. But yeah, everybody's really being very careful, and they're slowing down and so forth. So, all right. Okay, let's read the next one. Edgardo, can you read? No, Nadia, can you read number 2, this first paragraph?
Yes, of course. Heavy rainfall continued over the weekend in much of the Northeast, causing widespread damage, with many rivers bursting their banks. Officials issued severe flood warning for most of the region.
Okay, so severe flood warnings for most of the region. Good. Edgardo, can you read the next paragraph?
On Sunday, more than 20 families had to be airlifted to safety after flood water trapped them in their houses. Many areas are without electricity, and officials say it will take several days for power to be restored.
Okay, thank you. And Julio, could you read the next one?
The meteorological agency says that the torrential rain is predicted to ease over the next few days.
Okay, so very good at this meteorological agency. Very good pronunciation. Are there any words or phrases in here that you guys do not know?
No. So far, so good.
Yeah, so I think this one was pretty easy. Torrential would be really dangerous, really bad rain, really heavy rain. That's, I think, would be the only one. Okay, let's go on. Molham, could you read the next one?
Forecasters have warned that there is no end in sight for the heat wave, which is currently gripping much of the nation.
And that's Chile right now, right?
Yeah.
Nadia,
Yeah.
can you read the next one?
Temperatures have soared to over 14 degrees in part of the country, and officials have urged the very young and elderly to avoid going outside between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
So the officials have urged. Okay. Could you say this number again?
14.
Okay.
Yeah,
40.
confused with 14 and 14.
40.
Yeah, sometimes.
40. One idea to pronounce that is to pronounce it like this. Just try to make it with a D. 40. And if
Okay.
that might actually help, because if you put a T there, then it's going to sound like 14.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that could be a way to get over that one. Okay,
Mhm.
all right. Edgardo, can you read the next paragraph?
The heat wave has led to further pressure on water supplies, and there are fears that there may be shortages in the near future.
Okay, thank you. And Julio.
Motorists and passengers on trains and buses are being advised to carry bottled water for all journeys.
Okay, so right now, Edgardo, you said Chile is kind of experiencing kind of a heat wave. Is it any of this kind of similar to what you have experienced?
We are almost to 40 degrees
Mm-hmm.
Celsius.
Yeah.
But for example, in the last paragraph, people in the street are usually buying mineral water in the
Mm-hmm.
streets
Mm-hmm.
and using umbrellas.
Mm-hmm. Really? So there's a lot of umbrellas in the area. What are those called? They're called parasols.
Parasol, yes.
Yeah. Or sun umbrellas.
No, are those kind of umbrella that people use, not on the beach.
No what?
No, not at the beach. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is what they
Those
carry.
kind of yes.
Yeah. So that it's called a parasol, which is also known as a sun umbrella, and it's fairly common in some countries. Basically, it's like this right here.
Yes, in the
Not this
case
kind,
of
but
Chile,
like this kind.
I think that like here about 5 years ago or something like that. Before people don't used to use these things.
Oh, really? So they're new.
Mm.
They're new in Chile. In Korea, they were very common, and they really in the U.S. they were common back maybe 150 years ago or something like that. But in modern days, they're not common at all. But in Korea, they were common because a lot of ladies didn't want to get darker.
Yes, I think it's a sign of beauty being have the skin clear or
Yeah, not
white.
wanting to skin cancer.
Not be tanned.
And what is a jumbrella, Mulham?
It's like a big version of parasols, of a parasol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like really big. It's like jumbo and umbrella. They combined it together and umbrella.
I've never
Like,
heard that word. That's a good one.
yeah.
Now, in Syria, do the women use parasols during the summertime?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Never. I
Okay.
have. Yeah. It would be really weird because I have never seen anyone carrying a parasol around
Okay.
in the summer.
I was very surprised when I first moved to Korea. It was back in '94, and all the women were doing it. So, how about Nadia? How about in the Ukraine? Do people use parasols?
Mm, no, I have never seen the people with parasols in Ukraine, but
Mhm.
in New Zealand, a lot of people use parasol.
Oh, do
Parasol,
they?
yeah, because we have a zone square, yeah,
Mhm.
in New Zealand, in sky, and a lot of people use it, use
Mhm.
parasol.
So it's very common down there. Okay.
Mhm.
Have you ever been in a heat wave described like this? Anybody?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Have any of you guys ever been in a rainfall described like this? Anybody? No bad rainfall. No bad snowstorms. None of us have been in extreme weather.
It happened once. Not once. The second situation about heavy torrential rains. It happened. It's happening usually in every year here. I don't know why, but it started like I've said before about the snow. It started 3 years ago, and it's happening every year.
Oh
Yeah, but
wow.
yeah, it's usually floods of the basements. If you have any basement, it will be
Mhm.
flooded.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
So it doesn't qualify as this passage. There's no like flooded banks or anything like that, but there's a flooded basements, a lot of them, most of them actually.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, do you know what the banks mean in this respect?
Yeah, the area around the river.
Okay, good. Okay, just want to make sure you didn't think it was a money bank. So, yeah,
No.
because when you said that, I thought, what? I had to look. So, um, yeah, in the U.S., the U.S. is such a large country that we've actually had all three, all three of these. I have personally never really been in any of these, but it, it does happen. So let's go ahead and match the two halves of these expressions. We have treacherous, a non-essential, severe, widespread, to be airlifted, torrential, no end, temperatures. And then we have rain, damage, road conditions, insight, have stored, journey, to safety, and disruption. So can you guys match this? So Edgardo, can you choose the first one?
Treacherous goes to road conditions.
Treacherous road conditions, perfect. Okay, and um, Moham, could you do the next one?
Non-essential goes with journey.
A non-essential journey. So if you don't have to go to work, don't go to work. So, Nadia, can you choose one?
Yes. Okay. Severe. It's I don't know what is this. Mm, okay. It's maybe damage. Damage.
Damage? No. Severe damage. That doesn't sound right. No, it's something. It is close though to damage.
Okay. Mhm. No, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. No worries. Does anybody have an idea what this would be?
Severe rain?
No.
Severe disruption.
Severe disruption. Yeah. However, I think the severe. This was difficult because you could use this with a lot of them. You could use severe rain. You could say severe damage. You had a severe journey. But severe disruption is what was used in the reading. Okay. Next, Edgardo, can you choose the next one?
And widespread damage, maybe.
Widespread damage, yes. Okay. And Moham.
To be airlifted to safety.
To safety, yes. I hope that never has to happen to me. And Nadia.
Yeah, sorry, I need to restart my computer because I can't see this window at all. Sorry, I restart and
Okay.
turn
right.
back. Yeah, to left.
Right. No worries. So Edgardo, what do you think the next word would be?
Torrential rain.
Torrential rain, yes. Okay. And Mulham.
No end. No end in sight.
No end in sight. So what does that mean? No end in sight. Any idea? Do you have any idea what no end in sight means, Moham?
Yeah, no end in sight means that there's we can't find any resolve or any ending to this situation, to this predicament.
Okay.
So when you can see a solution?
Yeah, you can't see a solution.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the midst of problems and you just see no end in sight. Can you guys think of a saying that we would say that would be opposite of that? I will basically to see light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, and that's pretty much opposite. If you say, "Oh, I can see light at the end of the tunnel," that would be opposite of no end in sight. All right, Edgardo. So we have temperatures.
Have soared.
Temperatures have soared. Yes. So right now in Chile, temperatures have soared, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And okay. Moham, have you ever been driven on treacherous road conditions?
I can't remember any experience other than the one that I've described. Yeah, the one that I described before.
Okay. Yeah. Right. No worries. Edgardo, have you ever driven on treacherous road conditions?
I usually don't drive in roads, mainly in cities. But the closest experience was in a city when I was driving and it was at night and it was raining. And to me it's difficult to see at night. So to me it was a little dangerous. But as I said before, I don't used to drive on roads.
I'm not saying that instead of I don't used to riding on roads, I'm not used to driving on roads. And what you say really instead of roads, because if you drive in the city, you're driving on roads too. But so what you would say is I'm not used to driving in the countryside or on freeways or highways. I only drive in the city.
Okay. I understand. I thought that you meant to say highways.
No, any type of treacherous road conditions.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I was right.
yeah, any kind. So, but anyway, have you ever been in a situation where you were told that you should not travel unless not do any non-essential travel? Mulham, have you ever been told that you can't do any non-essential travel?
I guess not. No, not.
Okay.
But it's usually we are like I've said before, like when there's something, there's a storm or a snowstorm or any kind of storm, we will just take a holiday at the the days of the storm, the expected days that the storm will happen in them. So like if it's expected to have a storm on Thursday and Friday, we will just take those days off from work or school or any other line of work.
Okay, so if you expect that there's going to be a problem, then you just take the time off, and so forth. Okay.
Yeah, it's officially, but yeah. So it's a paid day.
I had an experience once when I was 22, I think, and I was living in Portland, Oregon, and they had a snowstorm, and they're not used to having snowstorms. And I took the bus into work. I left 2 hours early. I got there on time, but it took me 3 hours to get there. So, but I guess I didn't get there on time. I was an hour late, but I got there, and then they sent us all home, and it still took me 3 hours to get home. So it was like, really? And because Portland was just not used to that kind of weather, and so, but like Syria, they have been getting a lot of that type of weather in the last 5 years or so. So, Edgardo, have you ever been told that you can to stay home because of non-essential travel?
Not because of the weather.
But for other reasons?
Yes, sometimes here in Chile we have strikes from people from bus drivers. So the city is almost authorities recommend in that case not travel if you don't have to, because the subways are crowded with people, and you, if you don't have car, you can go anywhere.
Okay, all right. And Nadia, welcome back. Can you speak? Nadia.
Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. So tell me, have you ever been told to stay home and not take any non-essential journeys to work or school or anything?
Yes, of course. Yeah, in New Zealand, probably not, because in New Zealand a lot of rain, but the road was constructed very good. Yeah, but in Ukraine I have a lot of time the problem with weather, and I can't go to work and go to school. Yeah.
Because of strikers, the same that Edgardo explained.
Yeah, because a lot of snow and
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In English, we will call that also a snow day.
Okay.
And in some country parts of the world, Sweden, Finland, Norway, they don't have them. I don't know if they have them in Russia. A snow day.
Okay.
And a snow day is when people are told stay away. And we usually in Idaho we usually have 1 or 2 snow days a year for school kids, but not for workers. Companies do not cancel usually. Do they have snow days in Mulham? Do they have snow days in Syria?
Like a holiday when a snowstorm come?
No, yeah. Well, it's kind of like a holiday. It's just, but it's a snow day is just a day that it's too dangerous to travel. The roads are too treacherous.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah, of course.
Okay. And how about in Chile? Do you guys ever have snow days?
Probably in some regions of the south of Chile,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
In most of my country, usually it doesn't snow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And so it doesn't usually snow in your country very often. So, okay. All right. Let's go on. Okay. Let's answer this question. Mulham, do you think the weather is more extreme now than in the past? Mulham, are you there? Okay, so Nadia, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is the weather more extreme now than in the past?
Yeah, I think it's true. Because in my childhood, I don't remember about so extreme temperature in my country, like
Mm-hmm. But now is it really common to have really hot summers and really cold winters?
yes.
Yes. Okay. How about in Chile, Edgardo? Is it more extreme now than in the past?
I think yes, but at least here in Chile, I think the weather is hotter than before because spring and summer are very hot, are hotter than other than in previous years. But winter and autumn are not so cold than before. So I am feeling that in general the weather is the weather is hotter than before.
Okay. Mulham, are you back yet? Are you able to speak?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no worries. I assumed you went off or you went and got some coffee or something. So,
Yeah.
so let's go to the next question. What is the hottest or coldest weather you can remember, Mulham?
The hottest weather I can remember is 2 years ago in the summer. We had no electricity, we had no fans, we had no ACs. There was no way that we can
Wow.
like it was really hot.
That would be hot even at 25 degrees, and it probably gets really much hotter there in the summer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. How did you make it?
I don't know. It was like sleeping the whole day, and then at night you'll stay awake and have like a summer gathering. It was like that.
And so that's what people were doing?
Yeah, most of the
Yeah.
times.
If they're, of course, that's if their work allows them. So,
Yeah, but 2 years ago or 3 years ago, it was like, especially in that summer, most of the people had no job.
Uh-huh.
The
Oh,
life
really?
like stopped. Yeah, the life stopped like for 3 months or 2 months, and then it continued again.
Is that because of the revolution?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys made it though. That's good. So, and Nadia, how about you? What is the hottest or the coldest weather you can remember?
The hottest temperature in Ukraine, it was about last summer, maybe more than 40
40. Okay.
degree, and yeah, and the minimum temperature in winter it's about minus 27.
Mhm.
I remember it was in 2010 year. Yeah, 10th.
Mhm. Okay. Right. And Gardo, how about you?
The last year in summer, I remember that I had to sleep without any blanket or something like that. Just I was tossed in the bed
Mhm.
and with all the windows open.
Uh-huh. And you didn't have any um air conditioner or anything?
No, I don't have in my apartment, so I
Uh-huh.
just have to open the windows.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
when it's really hot, usually the hot is like remains in the things in the walls in the floor. So
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
really hot even at night.
Yeah. I remember when I was a child, we lived in a house that had a basement, and we ended up we didn't have any air conditioning, but during the summertime we would always go to the basement because it was cooler down there. So much cooler. So all right, I want to thank you all for your participation. It looks like we're almost out of time. Um, and thank you for coming, and I hope you learned some new words and phrases, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you guys later in another class. So, thank you all later. Thank you all.
Thank you, teacher. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. You.